Working with sound in ActionScript will involve the use of several new classes and objects that we haven't covered yet. You'll use the sound class to get access to audio information. Once the sound starts playing, the Flash player will give you access to a sound channel object. Since an audio file that you've loaded may only be one of several sounds that you're playing on a user's computer. By the way, each individual sound that's playing uses its own sound channel object. The combined output of all the sound channel objects mixed together is what actually plays over the computer speakers. You'll use the sound channel instance to control properties of the sound and to stop its playback. Finally, if you want to control the combined audio, the sound mixer class gives you control over this mixed output. Other classes are available to perform more specific sound tasks when you're working with sound in ActionScript. For more information on all of these sound-related classes, see the Flash Help section entitled Understanding the Sound Architecture. This will be in the Programming ActionScript 3.0 section of Flash Help. Here's a list of the sound classes that the ActionScript 3.0 sound architecture makes available, this via the flash.media package. Let me review briefly some of these more important sound classes, starting with the Flash Media Sound class. The sound class handles the loading of sound, manages basic sound properties, and starts the sound playing. The Flash Media Sound Channel class. When an application plays a sound object, a new sound channel object is created to control the playback. The sound channel object controls the volume of both the left and the right playback channels of the sound. Important to note here is that each sound that plays has its own sound channel object. And we saw this in our preview of our music jukebox that we'll be scripting later. Next we have the Sound Loader Context class. This specifies how many seconds of buffering to use when loading a sound and whether the Flash player looks for a cross-domain policy file from the server when loading a file. A Sound Loader Context object is used as a parameter to the sound.load method. The Sound Mixer class, as I mentioned previously, controls playback and security properties that pertain to all sounds in an application. In effect, multiple sound channels are mixed through a common sound mixer object, so property values in the sound mixer object will affect all the sound channel objects that are currently playing. Next we have the Sound Transform class. This contains values that control sound volume and panning. A sound transform object can be applied to an individual sound channel object, to the global sound mixer object, or to microphone objects. An ID3 info object contains properties that represent ID3 metadata. This is information that is often stored in MP3 sound files. And lastly, the microphone class represents a microphone or other sound input device attached to the user's computer. Audio input from a microphone can be routed to local speakers or sent to a remote server. The microphone object, as you can read here, controls the gain, sampling rate, and other characteristics of its own sound stream. Now, the important information to take from this table is that each sound that is loaded and played needs its own instance of the sound class and the sound channel class. The output from multiple sound channel instances is then mixed together by the global sound mixer class during playback. The sound channel, and sound mixer classes are not used for sound data obtained from a microphone or from streaming media servers like the Flash Media Server. Let's now move on to the next movie and review the scripts for loading and playing audio from external sound files.